I think that, well, I guess for both about Aquila and expanding internationally and kind of everything we've been talking about is I feel like we've spent a lot of this conversation talking about the genocide and what happened in Rwanda in the past. And whenever I talk about Aquila, I want people to think about, Rwanda and Rwandan women as being at really the tipping point of this massive change that's happening in Africa right now and the opportunity that exists there. It's not just about Joseph Kony and child soldiers in Uganda. It's about, rapid economic development and young men and women who are really pushing the envelope and launching new innovative businesses. And, Aquila is one example of an educational platform, but there's so much that we can do in terms of supporting young entrepreneurs on the other side of the world, whether that's through mentoring or, microloans, startup funding, whatever. There's so many ways for us to get involved from the States. You don't have to be living in Rwanda to play an active role in helping this generation build a really vibrant economy. So that's something that I'd want people to take away is how many ways there are for us to get involved on a daily basis.
What would you say are the best ways? Let's say there's somebody who wants to make a difference internationally, but doesn't want to travel there, maybe wants to be just more passive. You mentioned microfinance. What would you see as sort of the most high impact way of doing that, in addition to giving to the Aquila Institute for Women?
Yeah, of course, providing a scholarship for women at Aquila, but there's many, we're not a microfinance bank, and there are a lot of microfinance banks for people who are interested in that kind of stuff, providing a loan through Kiva. There are other organizations that are coming up now that help provide more of a direct link in terms of kind of mentoring and technical assistance for young entrepreneurs, because a lot of these young people in Africa that are entrepreneurs, they're throwing their lives and everything they have into it, and they haven't had the type of education that entrepreneurs in the States get to have, and they really need the technical support. So I think seeking out ways and looking for opportunities to really go deeper with young people, even if that's just through email and Skype calls, but finding organizations that provide that type of technical support and really putting in some time in a mentoring role helps a huge amount.
Are there any organizations you recommend towards that end, or can people do that, be a mentor through the Aquila Institute?
Yeah, so absolutely through Aquila, especially now that we have students graduating. 5 of our students have already started their own businesses even before they've graduated. So we're always looking for mentors, long-distance mentors that want to help students just to do things like this, do a Skype call once a month, help them think through some issues, provide strategic input that they simply just do not have access to in Rwanda.